People are standing in line wrapped around buildings in Houston, Dubai, London, Atlanta, New York, all around the world, arguing, fighting, camping out overnight for a Swatch watch with AP's name on it. Not a $50,000 Audemars Piguet, not a real royal oak, but a Swatch. And honestly, this situation says more about society than it does the actual watch.
Come back on the strength of something called a Swatch.
It's a new spin on a blast from the past with a big luxury brand upgrade. High-end Swiss watchmaker Audemars Piguet is teaming up with 80s watch icon Swatch for a new line of collectible timepieces called Royal Pop. And pop they do. 8 different models in bright, bold colors set to go on sale only in select Swatch stores starting Saturday. That is still days away, but already fans are lining up. Luxury watch releases don't usually include people lining up for days waiting to get a chance to buy one, but that's what we have here. It's something way more similar to a sneaker drop or even something very Gen Z like the Labubu.
I've been here since May 11th.
That's several days straight to be here, so you seem like you better get that watch, right?
Man, I better get that watch.
People losing their mind about this globally made me realize how today's culture really revolves around image, status, and validation. Nobody would have cared about this watch if it did not have AP's name on it. I like to say I'm surprised, but they do this with anything that's popular. It could be worth pennies and people will go stand in line, fight, argue, cause a big phenomenon over something so simple. But when it's time to vote, where are these people? Do the voting ballots look like this? Because I don't think so. Y'all are not standing in line for hours to vote. Y'all are not renewing your registration when you move to a new state to vote, but y'all are lining up for a status symbol, a watch that says AP on it. You would have thought this was the Olympics of who can look the most rich. The problem that a lot of people have with this is that y'all do not even care about the watch. Like half of you never even heard of what AP was. I honestly feel like if we did not have the internet, half of these people would not have lined up to get this. When something becomes trendy, people just hop onto it. That's how trends work. But the fact that y'all were fighting, terrorizing, that they had to close the store down, people weren't even able to get a watch because it was just that chaotic.
They told me this, they told me that. There are no more watches. If you had a fan, you're good. If you don't, come back the next time they release some more. This is not a limited release. This is going into production. It'll be way more, bro. It'll be way more. It's gonna be way more, bro. I thought y'all said first come, first serve. Y'all talking about bad.
Hey, y'all gotta clear this area out, man. I'm not coming in.
The supervisor. All right, come on.
I texted him yourself.
I wish somebody can do an experiment and take that same exact watch and put it in a store and just remove the name AP off of it, and I wonder how many people would pass by. I guarantee you they would walk past it because it's not about the design, it's about the status. And that's what makes luxury branding so important and so powerful, because people don't actually want the luxury thing, they just want proximity to something luxury. They just want to feel like they're a part of something exclusive. They don't actually want the wealth, they just want to look like they have the wealth. Like, we are at a point where you can ask somebody, would you take this bag right here, just a regular plain bag, but it has $10,000 in it, or would you take this bag right here and the bag has air in it, but it has a Gucci, it's a Gucci bag, it's a Gucci label in the bag? And a lot of people would pick the Gucci bag because on the outside, everybody can see, oh, I have a Gucci bag, I have a Louis bag, I have a Chanel bag. But if I told you you can take the Shein purse and it and it had $10,000 in it, half of the people would take the Chanel bag because to other people they look elite, they look like they have money without actually having the money.
I've been out here since Monday at 3 o'clock, and I'm out here because I really want this watch. It's the easiest way for me to get it without spending $2,000 for it, and I'm a big fan. I'm probably never going to be able to own an AP in real life, regular, so this is my chance, and Swatch was nice enough to do something like that.
So how long have you been out here?
For the last 2 days.
So how many days total will that be of waiting for the watch?
7.
Been out here since Monday about 5 p.m. This is by far my longest camp out ever. I was selling out these shoes mainly. But this is by far my longest one. So we're trying to get the Swatch Audemars Piguet pocket watch. We don't know if it can turn into a wristwatch yet. That's what we hope. But the rarity of the item and the exclusivity of it still makes us stay here for it. The resale value on it is kind of good. I think I'm gonna keep mine, but for the most part, yeah, we are trying to get that Audemars Piguet pocket watch.
Social media has made people more obsessed and wanting to look rich than to actually be rich. Everything feels performative and aspirational. I recall when people used to want to get luxury items because it felt like an accomplishment. I actually earned this much money to be able to spend this on myself. This felt good to be able to afford this. That used to be what the branding was, that what luxury items was about. It was just like, wow, I am so successful that I can now afford this. But now people are saying I'm not successful at all. I don't have anything going on, but I look like I have something going on. I look like I'm rich or I'm a part of the affluent people. So yeah, I'm doing it just because I look it, but they don't really have anything to show for it other than the items that you can physically see. They only have tangible things, but they don't have anything that's important, anything that actually means something in the world. And that's why I find this whole thing amusing and fascinating, because it exposes how people want and value perception rather than actually having things. Like I said, I obviously knew what an AP was, but I didn't know how much the watches cost. I didn't know that's why people were flashing their wrists. I didn't even know that was a thing until I got online and I saw popular influencers and celebrities being mad about this collaboration, saying that AP cheapened their look. AP, no one's gonna buy APs anymore. They brought down the value of the brand. And I don't think that's what y'all really care about. Y'all don't care about them offering something affordable for people that may not be able to afford the exclusive watches. Y'all care about having something that somebody else don't. Y'all care about being able to say, ha ha, I got a house, I got a car, I got this on my wrist. This is what you guys care about. You don't actually care about the brand.
Y'all seen this shit? $300. Like, just seeing this make me want to sell my AP. AP, what's up, man? What's going on? I done spent $200,000 on one of y'all watches. You telling me I could have waited to 2026 and spent $300 and got the same effect? The hoes can't tell the difference. They don't know what the fuck if this a skeleton. I tell a girl, hey, this black ceramic AP limited edition, $300,000. You feel me? Come on, bruh. That shit ain't right, bro.
You don't actually care about the brand. You care about being inaccessible. You care about being able to tell somebody, ha ha, I have this and you can't have this. And that's honestly what luxury brands have created. That's honestly anybody that can create that, because I think it was genius. Personally, my thoughts on it, I think AP being able to collaborate with a cheaper brand, I think it was simply genius, because one, they're going to make $1 billion. They're about to make so much money off of this because they don't just sell products. They sell identities. They sell confidence. They sell quote unquote wealth. And they know people that want to feel connected to the brand that could never afford to get a AP before. This is their opportunity. So I think it was genius. You're going to be bringing in more clientele because the people that couldn't afford it before, now they can afford it. And the people that never even knew about the brand, now they know about the brand, because that's how it goes. This is nothing new. They did this with the Labubus. They did this with the $35, $45 Stanley cups. They did this with the sneaker drops. Y'all, I don't know if sneakers are still a thing, but I remember I used to date this guy and he used to stand in line for sneaker drops because they were so exclusive. And then he would buy the sneakers from resellers for 3-4 times the price because he just had to have this shoe. And I never really understood it at that time. But now I clearly understand it. They do a really good job at selling an identity, and most brands are not able to do that. Luxury brands are really the only brands that are able to do that. If you could ask person A if they would rather actually have assets like a house, a business, equity in a company, stocks, or would you rather have a Bugatti? Would you rather rent a mansion that costs $7,000-8,000 a month? Or would you rather have the Chanel bags? 9 times out of 10, most people would go with the person that has the look than go with the person that actually has the real assets. But
it's like 1 or 3 guys there with a whole bag of swatches. Like, I don't know how they got 20 pieces, but they have 20 pieces there and they're selling it for around 2 to 3K.
I heard people are actually trying to go on carousel, trying to hire people to come and queue for them. I don't think many of them are here for the watch itself. I think it's just for the resale value in it. Thank you.
And a lot of people just want to be a part of something. They have FOMO really bad. They don't want to feel like they're missing out on something. And the best way I can correlate this to is when I'm trading a stock and everyone's like, oh, I'm buying this stock right now. It's dropping really low. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple shares in a company. And I'm like, damn, do I want to trade? Or say if I missed the trade, I didn't have time to trade this particular stock because I missed my entry. I have that fear of missing out. I have that fear of missing money. It's the same thing. They feel like, oh, if I don't have this labubu, I'm not a part of the cool kids. I'm not a part of something bigger than me because I don't have something. So anytime you see something really cheap come out, it's never about the item. It's just about people wanting to feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves, which is trends, I guess, or marketing. I think it's stupid, but that's the best way I can correlate to it. Now, on the other side of this, there's a huge debate about people not wanting the actual item, but they just wanted to make money and resell. And like I said, I do have experience with people reselling things because I had an ex of mine. He would buy resale items from somebody, and he also had a homeboy that would buy a whole bunch of Dunks when Dunks, I don't know if Dunks are still very exclusive, but when they were really big and exclusive at the time, he would buy hundreds of them. He said he even built bots to purchase it, and then he would resell them and he would make thousands of dollars a month. So that's another component. So if you're waiting in line at 5 a.m. and it's like an investment, you're going to buy 10, 20 watches and you're going to resell it to people you don't really care about it. You're just trying to make a bag. I definitely understand that. And that's also a debate that people hate. And I don't know why y'all thought that they were going to let y'all get 50 of them or 100 of them. I don't know. The people that are getting them in bulk, getting more than one, I don't know how they were able to do that, but that is also something that I see, and I think that's the only thing that actually makes sense if it's a business move. But if you're going there and you don't genuinely like it, and then on top of this, their marketing and their branding was so good that people didn't even know that it was not a Swatch watch. They didn't even know, sorry, not a Swatch watch. They didn't even know that it was a pocket watch. They're not even giving you a watch with a band. They're giving you a face on a lantern. That's what they're giving you. They're not even giving you a watch. But whoever comes up with the great idea to be able to customize it and put it on the Swatch, that's going to be a millionaire. Whoever that person is to create the idea, they're probably already creating it right now. I'm sure somebody is in China right now working on this very hard and they're going to drop it up the next week. That's going to be genius, because if you can do that, you're done for the rest of the year. People are going to buy that instantly because they wanted it so bad. Y'all thought y'all were getting a wristwatch, but y'all really getting a pocket watch, and this is just gonna look pathetic, but I know it's gonna happen. A couple years from now, we gonna see men in the clubs, because there's a lot of men that really want this status to attract other people. Women, of course, they're gonna be in the club. Oh, let me see what time it is. They're not gonna be pulling out their phone anymore. They're gonna be like, let me see what time. Let me give y'all an example. They're gonna be like, let me see what time it is. Oh, it's 5:48, shawty, when they could have just used their phone. But because they are so into the perception of looking rich and looking like they have something, because everybody just knows how much this watch costs. Everybody knows that it costs $400 or $300. I'm not sure exactly what the sell point is, but I know it's under $500. So you want to look goofy. I don't know. I don't want to talk about anybody, but I just think the whole thing is fascinating. It's crazy, but it just shows how people care more about validation, being a part of something, and looking like they have money without actually having anything. Let me know what y'all think about the Swatch drop. Are y'all getting the watch? Are you into APs? Did you already have a collection? I just want to know, because it seems like after this everybody became watch experts and they just couldn't wait. All these reviews online, I think some people are also just purchasing the watch just so they can have something to talk about. But don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next one.